You can find these 4 edible weeds pretty much anywhere in the city. The first plant is my all-time favorite, wood sorrel. It tastes like the skin of a green apple, and I could seriously eat this until I get sick. It's also commonly called sweet clover and can be identified by the 3 heart-shaped leaves that start with the points towards the middle of the stem. Everything above the roots are completely edible, including the flowers. The next plant is white clover. White clover is definitely not one of my favorite plants, but it can be found everywhere. Did you just eat some white clover, buddy? My kids regularly confuse wood sorrel with white clover because it also has 3 leaves coming out of the stem, but these are not heart-shaped. White clover is easy to find by just looking for big patches of these white flowers, and upon close inspection, the flowers actually have some pink tinge to them. If you look closely, the leaves actually have very small teeth lining the rim, and everything above the root is entirely edible. Next up is wild spinach. This is an absolutely delicious weed. Commonly called lamb's quarter, this plant is super easy to identify because it has this white powder that can be rubbed off that runs down the center of the plant. In my opinion, wild spinach tastes the best when it's around this size. You can just eat the whole thing, pick a bunch off, put it on your sandwich. Super delicious. Leaf shape can vary widely, whether it's super lobed like this or a lot smoother on the edges in different varieties. Most wild spinach gets mowed over before it grows this large, so keep an eye out for the smaller plants that looks just like this. The last plant on this list is one that most people... Wait, you need some snuggles. And the last plant today is one that most people already know, the dandelion. Here in South Dakota, the dandelion is one of the first plants to pop up after the snow melts. As you can see, leaf shapes vary greatly on this plant, so it's easiest to learn how to identify dandelions when the yellow flowers are popping up. The dandelion has a basal rosette where the leaves grow low to the ground outward from the stem. As you get close to the roots, the leaf stems actually turn this purplish red color. Every part of the dandelion is completely edible, including the roots, which can be fried up and eaten in stir fries as an example. Unless I pick dandelions in early spring, they're just too bitter for me to enjoy raw. Yeah, it's strong. This summer, I was force-fed many yellow flowers by my 1-year-old. I learned that if you skip the green stuff on the underside and you just bite the center, there's no bitter taste. You should absolutely check out my cattail video where I find some wild morels and I cook up the cattails and the mushrooms together to create this delicious stir fry.